Thank you. We are marking 1 year since the start of sweeping immigration enforcement across Southern California. Today, we're getting a deeper understanding of how those events have shaped our communities in the years since. Some city leaders and civil rights groups held a People's Hearing Forum in LA. These have been going on in U.S. cities to collect stories from locals.
If you topple that place, it frightens everybody and sets everything off like a domino effect. But you all stood tall. And when they came to Chicago, my hometown, we reached out to you for help and guidance and direction on what you were doing.
Tomorrow, the U.S. House Oversight Committee will be holding a public hearing of its own on immigration policy. That's expected to start at 6:30 a.m. The operation started on a Friday, June 6, 2025. Armored vehicles and armed agents first fanning out in the Westlake district. What came next would lead to Southern California becoming the first battleground of the Trump administration's immigration enforcement campaign.
June 6, 2025, federal agents launched coordinated immigration operations across Los Angeles.
One of the raids witnessed by our NBC crews at the Home Depot in Westlake, where immigration agents detained more than a dozen people.
Honestly, it was starting to get pretty aggressive, and people were pushing, they were pushing back. They're trying to open the gates right now.
From Westlake to the Fashion District, dozens of people were arrested and protests began within hours.
This is after dozens of people, possibly as many as 45 or more, were detained earlier in those immigration raids that have been going on today in downtown LA.
And you can see that this group of people, it's just growing as more and more people are talking about what's happened today.
And as a Chicana American citizen, it's an outrage and it's a disgrace.
As demonstrations grew outside the federal building in downtown LA,
it's kind of surrounded.
So did the clashes and vandalism.
Oh, they just broke the back window.
And the tension only continued into the next day, June 7th, this time in Paramount, where protesters gathered outside of a staging site for federal agents.
It's anger that we have, fear, a mix of emotions.
Amid the unrest, on June 8th, President Trump deployed the National Guard.
It can only go right by having the military. It de-escalates. I mean, that was the only way.
Troops arrived 2 days later, June 10th. Governor Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass pushed back as the city implemented a curfew.
Donald Trump's government isn't protecting our communities. They're traumatizing our communities. And that seems to be the entire point.
It's not about public safety. There's clearly no plan, and there is clearly no policy.
Sir, hands up. I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the Secretary.
On June 12th, tensions reached a boiling point when U.S. Senator Alex Padilla tried to question former DHS Secretary Kristi Noem Westwood, interrupting her live television news conference. Senator Padilla ended up in handcuffs.
Hands behind your back.
Leave my hands. Go ahead. Put them behind my back. All right. If this is how the Department of Homeland Security responds to a senator with a question, you can only imagine what they're doing to farm workers, to cooks, to day laborers out in the Los Angeles community and throughout California and throughout the country.
The protests persisted into July, and the immigration enforcement, albeit quieter, continues today.
And we reaffirm our commitment to covering the lasting impact of the ongoing immigration enforcement operations right here on NBC4 and on NBCLA.com. You'll find stories on what the future holds for families, businesses, and our communities. After immigration enforcement operations began across Southern California, some businesses are still struggling to recover.
Yeah, car wash owners across the Los Angeles area say the operations created labor shortages. NBC4's Amber Frias revisited some of those businesses who told her they were still feeling the impact.
Several businesses like Galaxy Auto Detail tell us they're still feeling the impact. We visited 3 other car washes across LA County, and they all expressed the same concerns. Owners also tell us they still can't forget what they witnessed last summer at their business. Last summer on June 11, security cameras at Galaxy Auto Detail in Downey captured the moment federal agents entered the property. Federal agents would return 3 other times looking to detain undocumented employees. The video quickly spread on social media, becoming part of a wave of clips showing enforcement operations at car washes across Southern California. Now, 1 year later, the owners say their business is still struggling to recover.
Usually around this time, we're really busy, and you could see that we're just pretty much empty right now.
Jose Burga says 4 undocumented employees were detained during the operations. 2 were deported to Mexico. 1 remains out on bond, and the company lost touch with the other.
Some of them are still depressed because they said their time in the jails were horrible.
Burga also says following the operations, fear caused longtime workers to leave, and that created staff shortages.
We get a lot of people that do want to work here, but they don't really have experience, or they will say that it's too much work.
He says many of the new hires don't last long, and constant turnover has slowed business operations, with sales dropping 60% since last June. Owners at car washes across Los Angeles County we spoke to report similar declines in business and difficulty finding workers. For Burga, the impact remains personal.
It's been better, but I still have it in my head.
1 year later, he says the effects of those operations are still felt every day. Business owners tell us they hope they don't have to witness any more immigration enforcement operations like the ones they did, but they say they're more alert than ever. In Downey, Amber Frias, NBC4 News.